All right. Good Friday afternoon, Caleb. This is take two after having some issues because, I keep forgetting about don't let the goddamn screen start going to sleep. Got my screensaver set too quickly. But anyways. Yeah, so I sent you this article earlier about AI and, well, there it is. AI and people are big mad about the AI. And so, yeah, let's talk about that. If I move this over here. So, yeah, major YouTube creators are facing backlash for accepting AI money. Of course, from the fans, not from YouTube. But, yeah, one of the better videos I've seen out there is from Justin Phillip. He's a cinematographer and photographer out in Los Angeles. Pretty interesting guy. I've followed him for a couple years. And apparently he worked on Curry Barker's early shorts. So, has a little bit of know-how. But he has a lot to say about the film community and how people like Matti Haapoja mentioned in this article, using the AI and touting it as the future of filmmaking is really just terrible for the community. And you know what? He's probably right. But what would I know about filmmaking community? I'm out here all by myself. But it's all right. Yeah, that's why I like it. And but here's the thing. I think that this whole rigmarole about AI and YouTube and the current YouTube hysteria about new monetization requirements of 8,000 hours watch time plus, stupid amount of shorts. I don't remember because shorts are stupid. But I think that, and also the recent uproar, which is starting to die down a little bit, I think, about channel demonetization for faceless channels or inauthentic content is, I think, more the thing. But I think these are all connected, and I'll tell you why. So, like everything that's bad, right? It's only bad if you're poor. But if you're rich, it's not bad. It's fine. Like many things we could get into in society, but we won't because we're going to keep this clean. But anyways, this AI shit promoted by Haapoja and this other guy that I've never heard of, and pushed back slightly by Philip Bloom, hilariously enough, because one of the things that Haapoja does is he compares AI to the original Canon 5D Mark II, which we know the Canon 5D Mark II was a sort of revolutionary camera because it's not the first SLR to record video, but the first one to really popularize video recording because it gave you that shallow depth of field look. And Philip Bloom, if you remember, I believe was the guy that made the first real viral 5D Mark II short film. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was up like in a helicopter and stuff flying over the city. It was interesting. I can't remember what the hell the name of that short was. But anyways, but yeah, so he's sad to see it. But yeah, he was the guy that I remember really popularizing the 5D Mark II. Anyway, all that's kind of a side note. Apparently there was this full length feature film produced with AI. I'm sure it sucks. Anyways, but yeah, Justin Phillips over here saying that, this is a travesty for the community aspect of filmmaking, which is, it takes a whole team to do these things when, he's right. That's a good take. But as I was saying, I think it's all connected because YouTube, I think, this is just me, a little conspiracy theory. I think YouTube is like the rest of the tech industry using AI as an excuse to lay off creators, right? You see all these tech layoffs at like Amazon and Microsoft and Meta and shit. And they're all like, well, we're just laying people off because we got the AI now, and the AI can do the work of like, all these devs that we don't need anymore because we got AI. They can write code, which is, completely fictional. When AI writes code, you get wonders like Amazon's AWS crashing for, what was it, a day and a half, 2 days there last November, December. I don't remember when. Pretty hilarious. I was actually working in a fulfillment center when that happened. They just pay to stand around when the AWS goes out because all of Amazon's tools are based on AWS. You can't do anything when it's down. So that's fun times. But yeah, it's an excuse to lay off people. And you might say, well, we're not, as creators, we're not the employees of YouTube. And yeah, you're not. But they're going to say, well, we got to clean house because all this AI slop. That's why we got to tighten up our entry to the partner program. And all these people are using AI. That's why we're going to demonetize their channels, even though they may not be AI. And it just works out great for YouTube because they're going to say, no, we're just, we're protecting the users from AI. We're making it safe for the users. Also, they're still running ads on all these demonetized channels and never monetized channels, people that didn't make it into the creator program. I'm, of the opinion that you ought to absolutely use ad block. And so I never see if my videos have ads on them or not, but I'm sure they do. Yeah, I think it's just a racket. YouTube is going to try to keep as few people as possible on their payrolls. In the partner program and keep all that ad revenue. I think last year, I forget what the numbers were, but in their most recent filing, their ad revenue was way up. So they're making plenty of money off this whilst pushing out AI for rich assholes. Matti Haapoja, this other dickhead, they're just out here making essentially paid sponsorships, which are not disclosed as being paid sponsorships. I believe in the Verge article, they say that when they contacted, what's different about Haapoja and Calder's posts is how they come across as sponsored advertising intended to integrate the creators' audiences with Higgsfield. Even though neither of the creators go so far as to say you too should absolutely be using these products, they currently seem to be the underlying message. As common as partnerships between brands and creators are today, Haapoja and Coder's cases show that what can happen when people are social media following, blah, blah. I was looking for the I'm trying to find if they had. I thought it said that they reached out for confirmation on whether this is a partnership. Haapoja's and Calder's videos are not labeled as ads, and neither of the creators responded to The Verge's questions about whether they were paid partnerships. After this piece was published, Higgsfield's PR manager, Nuri Omar Khan, said that quote, the creators were compensated through a negotiated combination of monetary payment and Higgsfield's credits. Awesome, right? Oh man, we're gonna go back to the old exposure payment, right? Oh, you're gonna get paid in exposure. We're not gonna give you money, just exposure. Here's some exposure. You can die of exposure, right? Anyways, fun times. So we got these dickheads that are, out here pushing AI down your throats, while if you, a regular asshole, use AI, YouTube's going to cut you off. And so it's a win-win for Google or Alphabet or whatever the fuck they're calling themselves now. Anyways, all of this is to say that it just inclines me as a YouTuber, as a guy who wanted to make films and finds himself in this hellscape that we are in now. I just want to make like aggressively abrasive films. I just want to make stuff that would be worthless to train AI on, because Google's training their AI on your YouTube data. They're selling your YouTube data to other places to let them train on it, right? Like there's probably this Higgsfield's horse shit. Probably trained on AI stuff from YouTube, AI data, or, you know, data sets of video data sets from YouTube. So make weirder shit that is just going to choke the AI. Anyways, that gets me into the whole make weirder shit. This week I did watch some library movies, which was a little bit weird. This one, Hokum. I got kind of mixed reviews from mutuals on Letterboxd. Pardon me. Yeah, and it was weird. It was different. The dude definitely has the director. I mean by dude, definitely has some stuff he's got to work out about rabbits. A lot of weirdness about rabbits. But get that ad out of there. Fuck Tesla. Yeah, it was, I thought a pretty good movie, actually, now that I think back on it. It was different, and that's what I liked about it, I think. It was just weird enough to probably not be worth training AI on. Yeah. And then the other thing I did for fun this week was busted out the old film camera, because what's better than being anti-AI is being pro-analog. See, we got the old 1965 Leica M3 with a vintage 1950s collapsible 50 f2. Oh, listen to that. Oh, baby. Yeah, it's a lot of fun to shoot. And when I was out there yesterday shooting it, I was just amazed at how just kind of natural it comes, you know. It's been a lot of years since I shot film. There's nothing in it right now. But man, all manual camera, no electronics, a lot of fun. Tried to make a little video about the experience with it, which I was going to have be my video for this month, but it looks weird. As you can see, look at all that grain. Oh, baby. It's grainy because, let's stop that. It's a total grain fest. And that's because I shot it on my iPhone with, raw cam. So I'm shooting raw open gate iPhone with, my Moment anamorphic lens. So that's why you see, that's not why you see all this grain. Like you see all this grain because the poor little sensor of the iPhone was struggling with just window light. But I like the look of it. Like I did my grain reduction technique, which as you can see doesn't quite get all that color noise out of there. But I was able to blend back in, kind of a partial blend back in the grain there. So it is, I think, a lot of fun to just kind of make stuff that looks rough. So it's gonna be grainy like this. I like how the color turned out. The film itself turned out a little weird. I was having some issues with the app crashing. Not so much crashing as just randomly stopping recording. I think it was the problem that the SSD I was recording out to was getting hot. So I'm gonna try and salvage it. It's not gonna be what I originally intended, but it's gonna be interesting. So yeah, it's gonna be all about how you load it, how you load film in it. Some good stuff. But yeah, that is going to be it for me this Friday. So get out there and make something weird that's going to choke an AI, because they're out here going to choke you out if they can. So choke them out before they can choke you out. That's my advice for the day. Sure, I'll get a lot of get a lot of push in the old algorithm for that. Anyways, that's been James, 9-Volt Digital Cinema. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.